That's right. We're back for season number 4, Quattro, Notre Dame football from the Jersey Shore. My name's Scott Mahnken. I'm always your host. Sit down, strap in, get ready. Let's talk some Irish football. Okay. Hey, before I start talking football, I'm pretty happy. Sponsor this year for Jersey Shore football. And it happens to be, I talked to a company that had multiple product lines, and here's what they said. They said, no ad. I was really happy that there's a product called No Ad Skincare. This is basically a protection from the sun, a little 45 protection sunscreen. And that's going to be the sponsor for this particular Notre Dame Jersey Shore update. Also, we will be debuting as the season progresses, not in this preview, but the Bullhorn. So we're going to have the Bullhorn Player of the Week and the Bullhorn Play of the Week. I got to get batteries for this. And although this didn't come out in we had a previous edit we had to get rid of. Sports Illustrated. Here's what I did. Don't send me at Fort Mahnken, Notre Dame fan, a Sports Illustrated with the Wolverines on the cover, okay? Not going to work. Let's talk Notre Dame football now. Quick little flashback to 2015. 10-3 season. Pretty good. Opened up with the big Texas win, 38-3. The Malik injury, the big question marks. The injuries at running back. So there were a lot of things going on in 2015. When you look at the schedule and you go game by game and you get to that Clemson game, played in the rain as we'll call it, 24-22. If the Irish win that game, they go into Stanford undefeated, probably ranked number 1 or number 2 in the nation, and I'm pretty sure there's a different outcome. I still feel the pain of that Stanford loss. Hey, looking at this year's season, let's walk you through it game at a time. First game at Texas. Not going to be as easy as last year. We're not going to win the game by 30-plus points. We are going to win the game. Irish, 34. Texas, 30. We then head to Nevada. Love Nevada. Love Vegas. 24-20, we're going to win in Nevada. Tricky game, Michigan State, game number 3. I see the Irish taking that one 34-24. Michigan State replacing their quarterback. He's into the NFL. That's going to leave them with a gap, but they're still going to play some tough football. The Duke game I see as being a big win, 41-17, and it's a prelude to the game they're playing here in the Garden State. We'll be there at the Meadowlands against the Cuse. It's going to be an ugly game. It's always an ugly game when the Irish play here in Jersey. What do we got? Jersey Shore, 23-13. Move ahead to a game that I don't like at all. Right now, I'm telling you right now, put a little asterisk next to this game. It's going to be tough. It might be a loss. I'm going to go with a close one. At North Carolina State, 26-24 Irish. Stanford, following week. Now, Stanford this year, some of the prognosticators don't think they'll be as good because they lost their quarterback. But I don't think today's Stanford team is as quarterback-centric as it was back in the Elway days. So, with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, I'm seeing a Stanford win. I'm seeing Stanford beat the Irish. They're kind of our nemesis team, 24-17 Stanford, after last year's 36-38. Still hurts. Miami. Glad to see Miami back on the schedule. Not glad to see Michigan back on the schedule. It only causes aggravation and tension. Old high school chum of mine, Mike Perry, out there in California, will make our annual bet, I guess, once that game starts. The bet that we never pay off on, but we have a lot of fun. And the Irish are going to own that. Well, you know, it's funny if you think about the way it ended. Hey, let's get back on track, okay? Thank you. Miami, Irish 28-17. Here's two I like. Navy and Army. Now, the Navy game's down in Jacksonville. The Army game is in San Antonio. That's brilliant recruiting. Let's get down to Florida where we do well. Let's get down to Texas where we've always done well. That Army game is going to flash me back to Union City, 1964. Lindsey Nelson doing the Sunday replays. Let's move forward to third quarter action. Virginia Tech? I don't remember the last time Notre Dame ever played Virginia Tech. We're going to beat them 17-14 in an ugly game. Hey, let's back it up. The train, back it up. Navy, 33-17. They lost their quarterback. We're going to beat Navy. Army, big Irish explosion on the offense, 52-10. That's the one you go back to Nevada and make a bet on that game. Mentioned the Virginia Tech game. It's going to be interesting to see how they are with the new coach. And USC, last game of the year at Southern Cal. I think we're going to lose. And I'll tell you why. We beat them last year by 10. We had a far superior team. We outplayed them. But even when we had the big win in the first half, all of a sudden, blink, bang, they were back in that game. So I think they're going to target this game, regardless of what type of year USC has. If they're 5-5, they're targeting the game. If they're 10-1, they're targeting the game. I see it as a problem. Hey, couple things I want to mention outside the schedule before we close out this premier edition of Notre Dame at the Jersey Shore Irish Update. Corey. You know, great job. Great job. Corey Robinson, thank you. Thank you for serving. Thank you for the catch against the Trojans last year. And student body president, good job. And a great future ahead of you. Elise Jones. Now, my daughter plays D3 soccer. And the coach checks in on the grades. There's tutors left and right. What happened? How are you the only kid on the football team that somehow can't pull off a C and stay on the team with tutors? And come on, kid. I want to point to 3 players this year that I want you to write down. They're gonna make their mark. They may not be high on the PR charts, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to start with Dexter Williams. This guy's our Mercury Morris out of the backfield. I'm then going to talk about Sean Crawford. Tough injury last year kept Sean off the field. He's back on the field. He'll be the nickel back. He'll probably do more than just that. The third I want you to keep an eye on this year is a freshman. He's a cornerback, 6'2", Dante Vaughn, having great spring, summer practices. Dante Vaughn. And wrap it up with this. Wrap it up, I'm going. 3 other kids I want to mention that Irish Jersey Shore Update wants to keep a little in the heart. Chase Claypool. I want to see how this kid does. I'm curious. I don't know if I could put him in the original categories. Write these 3 down. They're going to make their mark. I'm curious to see how the Canadian thing translates down here. Very curious. 2 more, then we're signing out. One of them's Parker Broadnax. Rooting for him. Talk to him on Facebook. He's a good kid. Any kid that can pull a tractor trailer. You know, the team bus gets stuck. Parker, let's go. And 3rd and 1 at the goal line. You're thinking if you can pull a tractor trailer, you could probably get us over from 3rd and 1. We've been a little bit struggling there on and off for the past couple of years. And the last kid I want to mention is Andrew Trombetti. He's from Jersey. This is New Jersey Shore Update. Fighting Irish, Season 4, the premiere. We're coming back with insights on the players. We're going to give you our starting lineup before the season comes underway. We're going to go a little deeper, and we've got some special effects for you this year. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in. Season 4.